Hi, Phil Schonberg, Fastpitch Power. Power or speed? Are they the same thing? Can you have one without the other? Are they opposite sides of one coin? What is it that a windmill pitcher is striving for when they are looking to become as fast and as consistent as they can possibly become? Let's explore this together because it's a very, very important point. And I could tell you what I think, but largely you will be able to determine what you are doing and how it relates to your ability to maximize velocity and command. So I'm starting with the bat in my hand, and I'm going to show you, we'll talk a little bit about the difference between speed and power, where power comes from, where speed comes from. So if I'm standing waiting for a pitch to be pitched, and I want to generate a lot of bat speed in order to drive the ball, here's good bat speed. So anybody who's looking at that can say, well, gee, that bat moved really fast through the hitting zone. But if you'll notice, I'll do it again, pay attention to what my lower body has done on this swing. Virtually nothing. So there I have speed. I have good bat speed. I have good hand speed. But am I going to be able to drive the ball with maximum power when all I am focusing on is generating bat speed? So the answer to that, I think, is no. But let's look at it together. So if I'm here, and now instead of just trying to generate as much speed with my bat head going through the hitting zone, I am now incorporating my lower body. I'm loading. I may pick up my stride foot. I may put it down. I may plant it. I am then going to drive my hips forward. As my hands come to the back of the hitting zone, I'm going to explode my hips. I'm going to generate probably, you have to find this out for yourself, probably more bat speed when I am incorporating lower body power. Lower body power, as we have discussed in windmill pitching, comes from the ground up, called ground force reaction. And the same thing relates to pitching. So I think we can pretty much agree that in order to drive the ball with maximum power and consistency, we need both lower body power and upper body speed. So there's a coordinated effort that needs to go on in order for you to maximize your potential as a hitter. Let's go back to the pitching rubber. So a lot of our young pitchers have this problem, whereas they are learning to become comfortable with the optimal mechanics of the pitch, they are simply walking off the pitching rubber and trying to generate as much speed as they can with their pitching hand alone, similar to what I did with the bat. Is that going to give me maximum velocity? Well, I think not. Now, I don't want to get too technical, but if I'm driving in a car and I got 1 mile to drive and I want to get to the end of that 1 mile in 1 minute, I got to drive at 60 miles an hour. If I then want to go 1.5 miles, but I want to get to that 1.5 mile destination in the same 1 minute, well, now I got to go 90 miles an hour. So I automatically have to increase the speed of my vehicle. When you're pitching, here's your vehicle. I automatically have to increase the speed of my vehicle in order to reach my destination in the same 1 minute when my destination is longer. So how does that relate to what we're talking about as far as pitching is concerned? Well, I can walk off the pitching rubber, okay, and I can create a throw zone that is about this long. And then I can fire my hand down it and drive through really fast. Now, if I'm, a pretty good athlete, I'm well coordinated, and I can develop the muscles in my arm to push my hand forward with a lot of velocity, well, that's great. Okay? So my hand is going to go at a certain speed to the end of the throw zone. But my throw zone, if I'm simply walking off the pitching rubber, is going to be relatively small. If, on the other hand, I am loading all of my weight into my drive foot and I am exploding off the pitching rubber, I have now created a throw zone that is much longer. I am forcing myself as a developing pitcher to have to generate more speed with my hand and my drive-through because I have incorporated lower body power with my upper body speed. And that is very important. When my throw zone gets longer, because my stride has gotten longer, because I have come more aggressively off the pitching rubber, this lower body action without mechanical breakdown, so we don't want to come exploding off the pitching rubber, and as a young pitcher, I'm able to maintain good vertical stacking body position here when I'm walking off the pitching rubber, but when I'm driving off the pitching rubber, I start to lean, bend, and twist. That's not good. So that's all part of the development of the athlete, which includes preparing your body through strength and conditioning to be able to perform that aggressive movement without mechanical breakdown. So the bottom line here is that if I am not incorporating lower body power and just trying to generate speed with upper body hand speed from my shoulder, from my elbow, even if you've got really good forearm fire, there's only so much speed you're going to be able to generate without using ground force reaction. That relates to hitting, it relates to pitching, it relates to a tennis serve, it relates to just about any athletic movement you can think of. So I think in service to us as developing pitchers, it is very important to understand the relationship between lower body power and upper body speed. The more lower body power you have, the more you have prepared your body to employ that lower body power, the more speed you are going to ultimately be able to develop and command. I hope that this has been useful for you. Love to hear your experiences in this regard and get your comments. Talk to you next.